Saturday, everybody. I've been up the back with my phone. We have a new Chancellor. We don't, still Jeremy Hunt, but a little bit of you was like, we probably do. Yeah, she's probably right. Guys, I'm going to take you back in time 15 years to my first ever professional job. I spent 3 months in Ayia Napa as a Christina Aguilera tribute act, right? I'll prove it. Now, to be a Christina Aguilera tribute act, you have to look the part. So I had these yellow and black PVC chaps custom made for me that I wore over a bikini. At the time, I was bleaching the shit out of my hair. And, this is my natural colour. I don't know who the fuck I thought I was kidding. My hair felt like kettle crisps, right? And I looked in the mirror and I hoped I'd look just like Christina Aguilera, but I looked like fireman sex worker. Persevere. In order to be a Christina Aguilera tribute act, you have to sound the part as well. So I had to listen to her whole back catalogue to help me find the song of hers that helped me ape her sound the best. And the song of hers I found that helped me get her sound was Silent Night. And I'm going to sing it to you, because it's topical, because it's October. So when Christina Aguilera sings Silent Night, first of all, she makes everything sexual, okay, even though it is a Christmas carol. But I presume if someone had pointed that out to her, she'd just go, I don't care. And you know how Silent Night has got a tune? Yeah? When Christina Aguilera does it, it's got loads more tune, okay? It's like her singing grew a singing, okay? So this is one way you can earn £30 a night in Ayia Napa. It's all right, it's 2007 money, so in our current economy, that's like £30, okay? So when she starts the song, right, a big a cappella number, she does that, which I realise in our current climate is quite bad. Please be aware, I am Jewish. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round John, virgin. That's how she sings Virgin. Mother and child, holy infant soul, tender. Heavenly. Peace. Thank you. Drama students, what did you think? Hey, just think, how old are you?
24.
24. In 13 years, this could be you. I first got into singing and musicals when I was a kid, watching. We had like videos that I'd wear out of musicals. Oliver, we had a cassette of Les Mis, I wore that out. The first musical I saw, which made me feel like a grown-up, right, was when I was a kid and I saw Grease, right? And yeah! And Grease was the first thing I saw that made me feel a bit sexy, right? But it's a weird thing to visit as an adult, right? if you haven't seen Grease, I'll talk you through it, okay? Because it is strange to revisit as an adult. So Grease is this movie musical set in this 1950s American high school where everyone's over 30. Right. So straight away you're like, this world is insane. And the two main characters are Danny and Sandy, right? And over the summer holidays they had a bit of a thing, right? They had a little love affair. It was dead chaste, right? They didn't even do like fingering or anything. I assume they had a lot of conversations, but not once did they mention where they went to school. Because on the first day of school, they see each other and they're like, what the hell? I can't believe it. You go here. I go here. Like, they're blown away by this, right? But Danny, he's friends with the T-Birds, so he has to pretend he doesn't even like Sandy. Because the T in T-Birds stands for testosterone. They're the school incels, right? So he has to be like, yeah, whatever, Sandy. And he goes over to the T-Birds. He goes, I don't care about that female, right? And the T-Birds are like, yeah, retain your semen. So the whole movie is like a will they, won't they, okay? And there's a bit where, like, Danny fucks a car. So it's just big will they, won't they? But there's a subplot all the way through Grease where the oldest person at the school, right, she's called Rizzo, and she's 45. And her subplot is she thinks she might be pregnant, right? And this is obviously really fucking her up because she's like, oh my God, last chance, right? So there's all that going on, right? And then in the middle of Grease, the school has a big dance competition, right? And Danny and Sandy, they go together because they might be getting back together and they're going to enter the dance competition together. But then, spanner in the works, a mum of a kid from another school turns up, right? And she's like, hi, I'm Cha-Cha. I'm the best dancer at St. Bernadette's, right? And another character goes, yeah, with the worst reputation. When I was a kid, I didn't know what that meant, right? But as an adult, I realised what that means is Cha-Cha does loads of fingering, right? So then Danny just enters the dance competition with Cha-Cha, right? He just does the dance competition with Cha-Cha. Sandy storms out, and I'll be honest with you, most of Grease is just Sandy storming out stuff. I think she is a bit much. Anyway. So Danny and Cha-Cha do the dance competition together. They win, so she was the best dancer. She wasn't lying, which is impressive, especially at her age, right? But then afterwards, Danny's like, he's come down from the whole thing. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I've let Sandy down so much. So to make it up to her, he takes her on the perfect date, right? And the perfect date is he takes her to the drive-in movie. And they're sitting in his car watching the drive-in movie, and he's trying to make it all so nice for her, right? Because he's got to make it up to her. But it's Danny, isn't it? So he gets it all wrong and accidentally sexually assaults her. Danny! Sandy, what a twist, storms out. Gone. And then Danny sings a whole song about how embarrassing this is going to be for him on Monday at school. I'm like, mate, what are you so embarrassed about? You're 36 years old. Grow up. Also, don't worry, Danny, it's the 1950s. Men can do whatever they like. Not like now. So I'll skip to the end, right? It's the school fete, okay? So there's like a carousel and a helter-skelter and a tombola and the Women's Institute having a jumble sale, right? And they're all TERFs. I don't know why I say that. The Women's Institute have taken a public, more progressive stance on trans women than the Labour Party currently, but it can't all be jokes. Anyway, still funny. Saturday night, isn't it? So then Sandy shows up, right? And she's like, hey, Danny, I've had a think. And actually, I will do fingering, right? And Danny's like, oh, that's brilliant. I have worn a white jacket. And And they immediately get back together, right? And then Danny takes off the white jacket because he's done enough, right? So they're back together and everyone's like, eh. And then Rizzo, her pregnancy subplot, that's still going, right? But it ends when she realises she's not pregnant, when she gets her period on a Ferris wheel while wearing white shorts, right? So she's on the Ferris wheel and she's like, oh. And then she shouts down to all her friends, guys, it's okay, I'm not pregnant, it was just perimenopause. And everyone's like, yay. And she gets off the Ferris wheel and she's just like bleeding and laughing and and then the very end of Grease is Danny and Sandy get in a car that flies off into space, right? Which is a metaphor for them dying of old age. So that's Grease. Listen, it's all fun and games at the moment, but by the time I leave this stage, we may have a new Prime Minister. So thank you very much. I've been Sooz. Have a drink.